Hello and welcome to Kettle Messages Tarot. I'm your reader, the Gemstar, and this is the weekly tea. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, for subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing. For your own personal private readings with the Gemstar, visit our website at kettlemessagestarot.my.canva.site in the description box below. Now, let's have a sip of the weekly tea together. Hello and welcome once again, Libra, to Kettle Messages Tarot. I'm your oracle and reader, the Gemstar, and I'm here to spill your weekly tea, Scales of Justice. So let's lay down the law and lay down the justice. With Libra, this week ahead, what is your weekly tea, my Scales of Justice? We thank you for supporting the channel, for liking, subscribing, and sharing. All right, we're beginning with this energy of the temperance. There's some healing going on this week. Leading to emotional fulfillment. There's healing of the heart chakra this week, my Scales of Justice. I'm liking this energy so far. Something coming to an end, a transformation, a change in your emotions, the energy of the moon, the energy of intuition, of all things not being revealed, but something does get revealed. You're dealing with some strong major arcanas this week. All right, so whatever's going on this week, Libra, it's fated. All right, this is meant to happen this week. 5 of coins, 3 of swords. Wow. Okay. We start off this energy, this happy energy, and then heartbreak, something coming to an end abruptly because there's some secrets that are coming out into the light. All right. There's a situation that you may not be seeing clearly at the beginning of the week, but as things unfold this week, a truth is revealed that is painful and hurtful. So let's get into this tea. Scales of Justice. This week, we're having an oracle card as an addition, a bonus. Psychic development. We said your intuition is kicking up. So you're already feeling like you're not getting the whole story, like something is funny, something is up, but your intuition is letting you know, dig a little deeper because there's a truth to be revealed and something to come to an end. You're dealing with some strong major arcanas, the temperance, death, moon, and judgment. Justice will be done this week, but it may be hurtful and it may be painful. But your intuitive little red flags are going off. And so you must get to the bottom of what's going on this week in this tea. So Libra, in your weekly tea, I feel like this calm before the storm. All right. We begin with this energy of healing, of patience, of bringing emotional balance into your life, slowly blending energies, a desire to bring harmony after imbalance, but may not be able to with this 3 of Swords as the outcome. So, though you may be trying to heal a situation and bring harmony into a connection, relationship, or situation this week, you may be unsuccessful in doing so. So I feel like a calm before this great energy shift, trying to bring equilibrium and fairness into a situation this week, trying to have this emotional fulfillment, trying to make a love connection for some Libras this week, trying to envision happiness in a relationship, connection, or a unity of some kind, trying to reach a dream or some emotional fulfillment in a relationship or a situation this week. But it may be very tricky, as there's gonna have to be an ending to a situation, a closure to a situation, a shedding of an old issue or version of yourself or of this relationship in order to move forward. So there's a turning point this week, Libra. Something must come to an end. Something must be released. These are major arcanas. You're dealing with temperance and death, moon, and judgment. So this is destined at this time. This is going to happen whether you like it or not. It's best to take a part in it and make certain decisions. So for some of you, you're going to have to end a situation or release someone or something in order for you guys to have emotional fulfillment, or for emotional fulfillment to be possible. Some Libras out there, your weekly tea, you've been trying to heal and create harmony. You've envisioned emotional fulfillment with a person or in a relationship, in a connection here, but there needs to be a major transformation in this relationship to prevent an ending, or an ending of a situation or relationship has to occur so something can move forward. Something cannot continue the way it has been going on. Something has to end in a connection, in a situation, in order for you to move forward, because there is fears here, there's confusion, there's things that are rising to the surface this week. You're coming out of a fog. You're coming out of a fog, and you're in between staying and leaving a situation or a relationship. So there's got to be some truth this week, Libra, some clarity, some awakening. There's a call here to rise out of old patterns, old connections, repeating old patterns, old stories in your life. There's going to be a breakthrough out of confusion. There's going to be a breakthrough because some of you may have been feeling abandoned, rejected, left out. Maybe there's has been a loss of security or some wound that has not been healed in a relationship, and this wound is open. It continues to bleed out, and there needs to be a stopping to the bleeding of this wound this week. So a situation must come to an end, or you need to be able to release a person that is causing you this emotional pain, this confusion, this heartbreak, or these disappointments. So a release of grief is necessary this week, and a truth that hurts is going to come out, Libra, but it is going to free you. A truth is going to come out that is going to hurt, but it's going to free you this week. There's an emotional purge going on, a pain for some Libras that needs acknowledging so it can be healed. There's some pain that you are suffering in a relationship, in a situation. You've been suffering in silence, but even being ignored at times. And you need to face it this week, Libra. You need to have an emotional purge so that you can heal and so that you can move on. My scales of justice, a major transformation or an ending cannot be avoided this week. There has been fear, confusion, and things coming to the light there's gonna be a moment of awakening this week, truths being revealed. There's gonna be some wounds around abandonment, rejection being triggered this week. Definitely a heartbreak because of a truth coming out. Even though you've been trying to work on a relationship or a situation, it can no longer be ignored. The fact that there are wounds that don't heal. There is somebody continuously causing another pain, or something is not healing, it's not evolving. There's always secrets and lies and fears and doubts and confusion in a situation, connection, or relationship. And it needs to be faced and deal with. The truth is going to hurt, but is going to free you this week. This is an ending that cannot be avoided, but Spirit got your back. Okay, this has to be removed out of your life in order for you to heal. You haven't made the decision on your own to release this. So the universe is coming in with all these major arcanas, is out of your control. So it has to be released, the truth has to be faced, and something has to come to an end this week. Something in your emotional life, Libra, is being stripped down this week to the truth. With this death energy coming through, is not to be feared. It is not one of destruction. It's about clearing what does not support your future. You want this 10 of cups, complete emotional fulfillment. So what's happening this week is that what's being removed from your life, it's to clear out what is not serving you, what has been holding you back, what's been keeping a wound open. This is to cause a healing in your life this week, so that you no longer feel left out, so you no longer feel not chosen, not supported. Okay, where you have someone here always disappointing you, letting you down. This week, you are going to remove this person and this situation. So, Libra, this tea this week is guiding you through a necessary emotional purge so that you can move towards a healthier, more aligned version of love and fulfillment. You know that saying, love don't hurt, love shouldn't hurt, right? And so some of you may have been in a connection where, hey, love has been hurting, but you have been ignoring it. And so this week, what happens is that this person, this situation is removed out of your life so that you can purge, so that you can face this truth, so that you can move towards healthier, more fulfilled love relationships or connections and relationships that are supportive of you and not making you feel like this Five of Pentacles, feeling left out. The 10 of Cups, Libra, is what you deserve. That emotional fulfillment, that support, that feeling love and support. So this is the end game. 10 of Cups. Something that is no longer serving you is being removed. Something must be released this week because you deserve that 10 of Cups, Libra. The truth is going to set you free. This is going to be a healing cycle for you, not a cycle of collapse, but coming to terms with the truth, facing the truth, dealing with the truth, even if it's painful, even if you are left with a situation that has to be released, or person that needs to go out of your life that has been causing you nothing but heartbreak, emotional pain, disappointment, grief. Things have come to the light, things that have been very painful need to be purged this week. so that healing can start and continue. There's a necessary closure, Libra, but it will lead to a transformation, an ending, and a rebirth for you. You're going to be shedding an old version of yourself or old version of relationships, entering new positive connections where you can be emotionally fulfilled. Let's get into your oracle message for your weekly tea. And this week you have received the Psychic Development Oracle. So, this energy and healing work that you are doing will now enable you to heighten your sensitivity to the energy around you and others. This is going to assist you, Libra, this week in developing discernment. Yes, confirmation, using the spirit and the energy of discernment in a situation where things are being kept hidden from you, things have been confusing, things have been leading you astray, but truth is going to set you free this week, and that is going to allow you to free yourself and move forward. Discernment is the feeling that you get in your body that signals to you whether something feels right or wrong this week, Libra. Your sixth sense, your gut feeling is going to help you end a situation that is heartbreaking, that is deceptive. I'm loving this energy for Libra this week because you are going to follow your intuition. You are going to listen to your gut feelings when your intuition tells you something in your life has to go because it's been lying to you, cheating on you, deceiving you, breaking your heart, wounding you, holding you back, keeping you from emotional fulfillment. The situation that you are asking about this week requires you to use discernment. You do not want to take on others' energies, Libra, yet you do not want to close yourself off out of fear. Envision energy flowing through you like water. Take on too much and you can sink. Closing yourself off of others are very energetic experience. When you let the water energy flow as it will, neither embrace it or fight it, you are truly in the flow. All right, accepting this truth that's coming to the light this week, going with the flow. If you see intuitively you're already feeling something is off, and if it shows you the truth that your suspicions are right this week, don't think twice to break free from it, Libra. Use discernment. You already know something is off. You already know something must come to an end, has to close in order for you to be emotionally fulfilled. Something definitely is not working for you in a situation or in a relationship, connection, or friendship. It has to come to an end, as painful as it is, as heartbreaking as it may be. You are ready to release it. Follow your intuition this week. Follow your intuition. Your gut is already telling you something is off. When the truth comes out, you're going to be able to deal with it with this temperance. As heartbreaking as the truth is, it will definitely set you free, Libra. That has been your weekly tea. May you have a blessed week ahead. Ciao. It's your Rita the Gemstar. Thank you so much for stopping by, sipping some weekly tea with us. Support your content creators. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And to receive your own personal private reading, book it at our website, kettlemessagestarot.com. .my.canva.site in the description box below. May you have a blessed week ahead. Ciao.